Welcome to Duo Reads, where we decode deep ideas and break down big books, one page at a time. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to face setbacks with just this unshakable resolve, while others get completely derailed?
It's a great question.
Today, we're exploring Carol Dweck's groundbreaking book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. And what we're going to uncover is, well, it feels pretty transformative. It's about how our most fundamental beliefs about our abilities don't just influence us.
No, they really shape our entire lives. It goes deep.
It does. This isn't just, think positive.
Not at all. Dweck gets into the deep-seated beliefs that determine how we interpret, well, everything. Challenges, successes.
Failures especially, maybe.
Yes, absolutely failures. It's the internal framework we use to process the world around us.
Okay, so let's unpack this core idea. Dweck's work, it actually started with kids, right?
That's right. She was watching them grapple with these really difficult puzzles.
And what she saw was, well, you described it as fascinating. Some kids, when they hit a wall,
They didn't get frustrated. It was amazing. Some of them seemed to light up. They, loved the
they
struggle.
saw it as an exciting challenge.
Exactly. But then there were the others.
The others who seemed, defined by the difficulty.
Yeah, almost like the puzzle itself was judging them, passing sentence on their intelligence.
Wow. So what was going on there? What did she figure out?
Well, she distilled these observations into two really distinct ways of thinking, two mindsets. On one side, you've got the fixed mindset.
Okay.
This is the belief that your intelligence, your abilities, even personality traits, they're just static, inherent, stuff you're born with.
Set in stone, basically.
Right. And if that's your mindset, you feel this constant, almost urgent need to prove those traits.
Okay. So failure is terrifying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every mistake, every setback feels like it's confirming you're not smart enough or talented enough. It's a direct condemnation of your kind of inherent worth.
Ouch. And the other side of the coin.
That's the growth mindset. This is the belief that your basic qualities, intelligence, talents, character, they can be developed, cultivated
Ow.
through dedication, hard work, learning. This mindset fosters a real love of learning, actually, and resilience.
So challenges aren't threats, they're opportunities.
Precisely. It's about becoming, not just proving what you already are.
Okay, let's make that concrete.
Yeah.
Dweck uses an example, right? Someone having a really bad day.
Yeah, it's a great illustration. Imagine a young adult maybe gets a C+ on a midterm.
Yeah.
Okay, disappointing.
Right.
Then they get a parking ticket. Annoying.
Yes.
And then a friend kind of brushes them off.
Okay, piling up now.
For someone deep in a fixed mindset, this isn't just a string of bad luck. It feels like proof.
Proof of what?
Proof that they're fundamentally inadequate, that they're a failure at their core. It defines them.
Wow. That's heavy. It really shows how that internal story, that mindset filters everything.
Completely.
It makes me think about this whole idea of natural talent, born with it.
Ah, yes, the nature versus nurture debate.
Is that what this is about?
Well, Dweck touches on it, and most experts today agree it's not really either or, is it?
It's more complex.
Much more. It's a constant give and take. Genes and environment interacting. Neuroscientist Gilbert Gottlieb even said genes actually require input from the environment to work properly.
So it's not a fixed destiny written in our DNA.
Not at all. It's dynamic, which is incredibly empowering when you think about it.
Because the brain can change, learn throughout life.
Exactly. Lifelong learning isn't just a nice idea. It's neurobiology. Robert Sternberg, the intelligence expert.
Yeah. What does he say?
He says the key factor in expertise isn't some fixed ability you start with. It's purposeful engagement.
Purposeful engagement. I like that. It sounds active.
It is. And even Binet, who created the IQ test, he realized that the kids who started out seeming the smartest weren't always the ones who ended up the smartest.
So initial appearances can be deceiving.
Massively, which challenges this whole idea of knowing someone's potential.
Can we ever really know that?
Dweck argues pretty convincingly that we often get it wrong. Think about people initially considered, ordinary, or even lacking.
Like who?
Well, Darwin and Tolstoy were considered pretty ordinary as kids. Ben Hogan, the golf legend, super uncoordinated child.
No way.
Yeah. Photographer Cindy Sherman failed her first photography course. Actress Geraldine Page was told to just give up acting.
That's incredible. They didn't listen, obviously.
Thankfully, no. Even famous artists like Cezanne, some of his early paintings were apparently quite bad. Genius takes time. It needs cultivation.
It really makes you wonder why we, as a society, seem to value that natural talent so much. Malcolm Gladwell talks about this,
He
right?
does. This idea that we prefer effortless accomplishment over achievement that comes from, hard graft.
We want the hero to just arrive fully formed.
But the growth mindset flips that completely. Effort isn't a sign you lack talent.
It's the spark.
It's the spark. It's what ignites ability and turns it into real accomplishment.
Okay, so let's dive into the fixed mindset in action. How does it play out? You mentioned a distorted self-view.
Yes, because if every single outcome is just good news or bad news about your fixed traits,
You'd be constantly judging yourself.
constantly, and you tend to inflate your successes and explain away failures, brush them under the carpet.
So you don't get genuine self-knowledge. You're not facing reality.
Not really.
Yeah.
You're too busy managing the perception of your fixed talent.
Dweck has this story about Loretta, right? The kindergarten test.
Oh, that's such a powerful example. She's 5 years old, takes a test, gets put in the not elite kindergarten class.
And that stuck with her.
For life. She saw herself as fundamentally not a true eagle, even after winning loads of academic prizes later on.
Wow. A single test result defining her potential forever in her own mind. The test score is forever syndrome, as Dweck calls it.
It's potent stuff, and it leads to avoiding challenges, too.
How so?
There was a study at the University of Hong Kong. Students knew they needed better English skills for their future careers.
Okay, seems obvious they should take a course then.
You'd think. But the students with a fixed mindset were less likely to sign up for an English improvement course.
Why?
Fear. Fear of exposing a deficiency. Fear of looking dumb while learning. They'd rather protect the idea of being competent than actually become more competent.
That's counterproductive.
Deeply. And then you get the extreme examples like the entitled Natural. John McEnroe.
Ah, the tennis legend. Huge talent.
Immense talent. But he seemed to believe talent was everything. He didn't really love learning or practicing, apparently.
And he was known for outbursts.
Major outbursts. Folding under pressure.
Yeah.
Screaming about sawdust on the court being rat poison.
Yikes.
Demanding apologies after, get this, throwing up on his host at a dinner party because, well, he was number one.
Yikes. Talent became entitlement, not a foundation for growth.
Exactly. And this isn't just individuals. It happens in companies.
The talent mindset in corporations.
Yeah, like the approach McKinsey promoted for a while.
Yeah.
Hire the naturals, the super talented, and you'll succeed.
What happened?
It often led to what's called CEO disease. Fixed mindset executives surrounding themselves with yes men.
Avoiding bad news.
Avoiding bad news, not wanting to hear about problems, not investing in developing employees because, hey, you either have it or you don't. Think Ikaka, Dunlap, Lay, Skilling.
Yeah. Names associated with major corporate issues.
It's amazing how far-reaching this is, even relationship.
Oh, absolutely. The fixed mindset expects instant, perfect compatibility.
The soulmate myth.
Kind of. The belief that if you have to work at it, it wasn't meant to be. Relationship experts like Aaron Beck and John Gottman say this is incredibly damaging.
Because relationships do take work.
Of course they do. Dweck gives the example of Charlene and Max. Max had moods. Charlene, with a fixed mindset, saw these moods as fixed flaws.
Not as something they could work through together.
Exactly. So instead of seeing it as a communication issue or something situational, it becomes, he is moody. End of story.
And then you get contempt, right?
Yeah.
Labeling the partner. Yes, he's selfish, she's boring. You attribute problems to their unchangeable personality instead of seeing solvable issues. You miss the chance to grow together.
Okay, this is sounding a bit bleak for the fixed mindset, folks.
It can be limiting, definitely.
There's the other path, the growth mindset. Let's shift focus.
Yes, let's. Because this is where the transformative power really lies.
It starts with that core belief. Abilities can be cultivated, stretched, like a muscle.
Right. And people with this mindset don't just tolerate challenge. They often seek it out. They thrive on it.
Like athletes.
Athletes are great examples. Mia Hamm's drive. Miranda, the wrestler in the book who wanted to prove effort, could beat supposed natural talent.
And Christopher Reeve. His story is incredible.
Isn't it? Doctors basically said regaining movement was impossible after his accident.
But he didn't accept that.
He committed to this incredibly demanding exercise program, believing he could improve. And he did. He stretched beyond medical expectations through sheer willpower and effort.
That's the growth mindset in extremis. What about Muhammad Ali? Was he a natural?
Physically, maybe not in the way Liston was, but Ali won with his mind, his strategy. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
It was his intelligence, his approach, his mindset.
Absolutely. And look at Michael Jordan. A genius, right? but famous for his relentless practice.
He didn't just rely on talent.
Not at all. He constantly worked to get better. Even Babe Ruth, who had this image of just being naturally gifted.
Yeah, hitting home runs and eating hot dogs.
That's the image. But he was actually really disciplined, worked out hard in the off-season, daily batting practice. He cultivated his skill.
So effort isn't just for the less talented. It's how everyone gets great.
It's how potential becomes reality. Look at Jackie Joyner-Kersee winning medals despite asthma and injuries. Billie Jean King winning even when things weren't perfect.
Yeah.
That's resilience born from a growth mindset.
And in business. You mentioned those level 5 leaders Jim Collins found.
Yes, in Good to Great. They weren't flashy, fixed mindset types. They were often self-effacing, humble.
But they faced reality.
Brutal reality. They confronted problems head-on and focused intensely on developing their people. Luke Gerstner turning IBM around is a classic case.
He fought against that "we're IBM, we know best" attitude.
Exactly. Rooted out the smugness, fostered teamwork, focused on growth and collaboration. He changed the mindset of the company.
And relationships from the growth perspective.
It's about seeing you, your partner, and the relationship itself as all capable of growth. Problems aren't verdicts, they're things to work on together.
So they worked happily ever after is more accurate.
Much more realistic and fulfilling. It's a shared journey.
I love that story of Kathy after her divorce.
Oh yeah, she finds herself injured, alone on a Saturday night.
And decides, I'll be damned if I sit here feeling sorry for myself.
That's it. Chooses growth, goes dancing, meets her future husband. It's about taking action to create a better future, not just accepting things as fixed.
It applies to parenting too, doesn't it? Don't judge, teach.
That's the key phrase Dweck uses, like Elizabeth's dad after her bad gymnastics meet.
He didn't give false praise.
No, he gave honest, constructive feedback.
Yeah.
Helped her see how to improve. That teaches kids that effort leads to progress, that mistakes are learning opportunities.
Instead of just labeling them talented or not talented.
Right. It's like how Tiger Woods' dad nurtured his growth step by step rather than just saying, you're a natural.
So how does this actually change the brain? Dweck's brainology program sounds fascinating.
It really is. It teaches students directly about neuroplasticity.
You mean how the brain physically changes when we learn?
Exactly. It forms new connections, gets stronger, literally grows when you tackle challenges and learn new things. It's not just a metaphor.
A stronger, smarter brain through effort.
That's the message. And the results were striking.
Grades went up.
Significantly. Teachers saw kids who were previously totally turned off suddenly talking about brainology, understanding their own learning process, and becoming motivated.
Just changing that core belief about whether their intelligence was fixed or growable made that difference?
It was a huge factor. It shows the power of these underlying beliefs.
Okay, so this is all really compelling. What can people listening do right now to cultivate more of a growth mindset?
Dweck offers some very practical strategies. First step, awareness.
Noticing when the fixed mindset kicks in.
Exactly. Identify your triggers. Is it when you face criticism? When you see someone else succeed? When you have a setback? Just notice that voice.
Okay, notice the trigger, notice the voice. Then what?
Give your fixed mindset persona a name.
Like Scared Sally or Dumping Dan.
Yeah. It sounds a bit silly, maybe, but externalizing it helps. You can acknowledge it. There's Dumping Dan again, without letting it be you. That boy in the study who named his critic Dumping Dan could then actually talk back to it.
Okay, so name the persona. Step 3.
Educate it. When a trigger hits, consciously choose a growth-oriented response. Instead of, I failed, I'm an idiot, think, okay, that didn't work. What can I learn from this? What can I try differently?
It's about actively reframing the internal dialogue.
Consciously. And it takes practice.
And the final step, making concrete plans.
Yes, using implementation intentions. Basically deciding in advance how you'll respond.
Like, if X happens, then I will do Y.
Exactly. If I get negative feedback, then I will ask for specific examples of how I can improve. Or, if I feel overwhelmed by this project, then I will break it down into smaller steps.
That helps make the new response automatic even when you're stressed or motivation is low.
Precisely. It helps solidify those new neural pathways, like those chemistry students who planned how they would study, or Nathan planning his meals for weight loss. It makes the growth response the default over time.
And embracing this doesn't mean you become, less special or ordinary.
Quite the opposite. Dweck is clear on this. The growth-minded people she studied, scientists, artists, athletes, CEOs, they weren't bland cogs. They were intensely individual.
So growth mindset actually lets you become more yourself.
That's the idea. It allows people to come into the full flower of their individuality and potency. It frees you up to pursue what truly matters to you, not just what you think you're already good at.
Wow. So wrapping this up, understanding these mindsets, it really can touch every part of life.
Personal challenges, relationships, work, how we parent. It's a fundamental lens.
It offers a path to maybe greater resilience and fulfillment.
I think so. The growth mindset isn't just about achievement for achievement's sake. It's about courage.
Courage to pursue your own goal.
Your own unique goals and dreams, yeah. And it gives you a framework, a path to work towards them, knowing you can learn and adapt.
So when obstacles come up, and they always do,
You have a way to approach them. It's about continuous learning, resilience.
Yeah.
It shapes a much richer, more open future, doesn't it?
it really does. A powerful idea to leave everyone with.